Welcome. You're watching the video Finding a Statute with a Citation Part 1, WestlawNext. This video is for Western State College of Law, course number MC6000. In this video, we'll show you how to find federal and state statutes in WestlawNext when you already have the citations. In the second part of this video, we're going to show you how to find federal and state statutes on free websites when you already have the citation. Now, finding a statute when you already have a citation isn't that difficult. It's primarily a matter of knowing where to look. So let's come to the Western State College of Law Library website. It's available here at westl.iii.com. Once you're here, click on the databases link, either here or here. Once you're on the library databases page, come to the right-hand column where it says Off Campus, and underneath, click on the Westlaw link here. That's going to bring up a login screen. Log in with your username and password. If you don't have one, or if you can't remember yours, contact your facilitator. This is going to bring you to this screen, and then at the top here where it says WestlawNext, click on that, and that's going to open up WestlawNext for you. You're going to be brought to the WestlawNext home screen, which looks like this. So this default search bar here on the home screen, entering in search queries here will essentially search the entire universe of the legal content available to you on WestlawNext. This drop-down menu here allows you to limit what you're searching based on jurisdiction. You can limit it based on state or based on federal materials and even by circuit, etc. The default is all states and all federal, and we can leave it for that now for the time being. Later on, when you're doing searches on your own, if you want to only look for material relating to, for example, Maryland, you can just click on Maryland and unclick all federal and don't click include related federal. So let's look for the federal statute 39 USC 1008. So you just enter it in here in the search bar. Remember, this is the federal statute Title 39 of the U.S. Code, Section 1008. Once you've entered that in, click search or hit enter. And presto, it takes you directly to the statute because you entered in the correct citation. And that's pretty much all there is to it. If you have the correct citation, if you can enter it in the search bar and it takes you directly there. Let's go back to the WestlawNext homepage, which you can do anywhere in WestlawNext by clicking the WestlawNext symbol here in the upper left. We click here, we go into the homepage. Something else you can do to find statutes when you have the citation is to browse for them, even if you're not going to enter in the citation itself. So we know if we're looking for 39 USC section 1008, we're looking for a federal statute. So when we're browsing, we can browse statutes. So click on statutes and court rules. And then out of all the statutes, we know we're looking for the federal one. So that's the United States Code Annotated, USCA. Remember, that's the same as the United States Code, USC. If we were looking for state statutes, we would click on the appropriate state. But since we're looking for federal one, we would click here. And here we have the different titles in numerical order of the United States Code, right? Let's go back to the WestlawNext home screen one more time. Click here on the WestlawNext in the upper left. There's another way you can get to the United States Code to browse. You can go on this tab here under the Browse heading. If you click on Federal Materials, now we can enter into the U.S. Code first based on jurisdiction, federal materials, and then going into statutes. If you click on United States Code Annotated here, it brings you to the same space. So we're looking for 39 USC 1008. We know that's Title 39, so let's go to Title 39. And it's going to be Section 1008. Now, I happen to know that Section 1008 is in Chapter 10 of Title 39. So I can click on Chapter 10 here, and then we see all the different code sections within Chapter 10 of Title 39. And there's 1008. We can click on it. Presto, it's the statute. Right, let's go back by clicking the back arrow, and one more time till we get to all of Title 39. Now, let's say I didn't know what part and what chapter of Title 39, Section 1008 was in. Well, you can try trial and error. You can click on chapter 20, let's say, and you see, okay, I'm in the 2000s, code section 2000s. I've gone too far. Well, you can go back, try, let's say, chapter 6. Click on chapter 6. Okay, I'm only in the 600s. I haven't gone far enough. So by trial and error, you can find the right section and then drill down while you're browsing until you get to the actual code section. Now, this would also be a good time to just show you the organization and hierarchy of codes in general. They're broken down into titles, let's say, for example, at the federal level, and code sections. But within between, there's different levels of the hierarchy. There are different parts of the title, different chapters. Sometimes there's different articles, different divisions, etc. How a given statutory code compilation is broken down, that organization, that hierarchy, will depend on what state you're in, or if you're dealing with the United States code. But just keep in mind that most codes are arranged in such a hierarchy where you have the title, perhaps then you have broken down into parts, then divisions, then chapters, then articles, etc., etc. It can be different based on, again, what statutory code compilation you're in. So let's try this same exercise, but with a state statute. It's going to work pretty much the same way. Let's go back to the home screen of WestlawNext by clicking the WestlawNext here. In this general search bar on the home screen, let's look for a West Virginia statute. We can do West VA code. Let's look for code section 24D-1-18. Click search. And again, presto, we see West Virginia code section 24D-1-18. Now, let's go back and we can do the same thing we did with the federal statute and just try to browse for it. We can go to statutes and court rules. Here, click on here. Now, instead of going to the United States Code, we can go to West Virginia under states, and then we're in the West Virginia Code. Well, I said it was 24D, that's chapter 24D of the West Virginia Code, -1-18, here it is. Again, it's going to be in numerical order. This is the code section. Let's go back to the WestlawNext home screen. And again, you can get to it by clicking on State Materials here. You're looking for West Virginia. Let's click on West Virginia, and then you're looking specifically for statutes of West Virginia. So you can click on West Virginia Statutes and Court Rules here. And we know West Virginia Code Section 24D-1-18 is in Chapter 24D. That's what, again, that first numeral in the code section stands for, is what chapter it is. And then 1-18, voila. One thing I will also mention, when you're looking at a statute in WestlawNext, let's go back and look at the federal statute again, 39 USC 1008. When you're looking, this part up here, this shows you the hierarchy I mentioned earlier. We know we're in Chapter 10, Part 2 of Title 39. So whenever you're looking at a code section, you can look above it to sort of orient yourself as to where within that title you're located. And you can click on any of these to see that particular breakdown, that particular slice of the title. Here's Part 2, consists of Chapter 10 and Chapter 12, etc. So that's all we have for this video. Please stay tuned and watch Part 2 of Finding a Statute with a Citation, where we're going to cover free online databases. Thank you very much.